So today we're going to be taking a look at set 105 from the Universal Building Set line. It was released in the year 1974, and more than a formal review, I just want to make this a quick look back at a piece of cool LEGO history. So similar to the classic LEGO boxes that they sell now, this isn't necessarily a model that you're buying, but rather an assortment of basic bricks and then a few specialized pieces. So as you can see on the front here, we've got a house, some weird tiered house in the top right, and then a boat. Then on the bottom here we have the LEGO logo and these 5 colored stripes, which are always paired next to the LEGO logo, and I believe they represent the first 5 colors that LEGO ever produced parts in. And that's the only 5 colors that show up in this set apart from the base plate, which is green. Then we've got a cute little pickup truck here, as well as a mama goose and a baby goose. I assume those are geese. Then on the right side we see the same logos and the set number again, and then a little box for the price, although sadly there's nothing written in there. I would love to see what this originally cost because Brickset and Puron do not have a price listed for it. And we've got a picture of the same house from the front. Then on the top we see the same logos, the same pickup truck, and then what looks to be a plane. And we also see Made in Denmark, copyright March 1974, LEGO Systems, and distributed by LEGO Systems, and then their North American address. And then on the back we get inspiration for a bunch more cool models. We see a different house on the left here, a small little apartment complex in the middle, and then a very strange tiered apartment complex on the right. See a basic house at the bottom here. As you can see, most of these are just houses. And then what looks to be, I guess, like a wiener dog or something there. Looks pretty odd though. So back on the front here we can see that it's advertised as 149 pieces. Then it's got this warning along the right side of the front of the box, which is strange. Normally you would expect to see something like that on the bottom or the back of the box. Anyways, when we open this up, it actually opens with a flap, just like most LEGO sets did for a while. And it says, "This LEGO set contains a combination of sizes, shapes, and colors designed for maximum range of creative possibilities. Anything on this box can be made as a beginning. Building with LEGO interlocking bricks is so simple that both boys and girls will create models of their own without any need for instruction. All LEGO pieces are precision made to interlock. They will fit with all other LEGO sets, LEGO Preschool, and other LEGO models. There are years and years of enjoyment in playing with LEGO." And that's pretty true considering this is now 47 years old. And then of course they advertise the specialty bricks. We get 4 windows, a door with a frame, 2 shutters with holders, 4 wheels, 4 tires, 2 axle bricks, a base plate, and then 128 assorted basic bricks. So here's what's inside the box. And not only is the box itself in fantastic condition, but essentially all the pieces inside look virtually untouched. As you can see, these literally have no scratches, not even fingerprints, except maybe from where I've touched them since getting them. But I don't think that whoever got these originally ever even used them. And as you can see, the bottom here is a little bit different than a traditional LEGO brick is today. And strangely, even the red bricks are different than the other bricks. As you can see, the red one has the slits in the tubes down the center, and then those 4 support lines on the walls, whereas the black brick doesn't have either of those. And I think the red 2x4s are the only bricks in the set that do this, so for some reason I guess they were just experimenting with that on the red bricks only at this time. But we also have this very 70s insert called A Family Guide to the World of LEGO. But on the back here it does say copyright 1976, so I can't be sure if this originally came in this set, or if the person who sold this to me just had this in another set and stored it in this box. Either way, it's a cool bit of history, so we'll still go through it. We've got this pretty cheesy blurb on the first page, and I'll let you pause and read that if you want to. Then we've got an ad for some LEGO Preschool sets. And then here's some more of the basic building sets that were out at the time. As we can see, there's 105 down there, all the way up to really large sets like 145 there, and even an ad for LEGO Motors. Then we have an ad for building sets with people, and I actually don't have any of these old style 70s people. I definitely need to get some someday so that I can review them. Then we have LEGO models, where we've got things like the London bus, a helicopter rescue set, a jet, a police unit, a mobile crane, and a fire truck, and more cool stuff like that that's actually themed like real life stuff. Then on the last page here we have what's called LEGO Enviro Models trademark. So cool. Basically, these were the precursors to actual minifigs and minifig playsets. As you can see, the figures here don't have arms, posable legs, or even faces printed on. But these are still some pretty interesting models here. So I guess this would be the 70s equivalent of one of those medium catalogs that we see released in the 90s sets. And it's just a really cool thing to see in general, and I'm glad it was included in this lot. So the actual way to get into this set, since the base plate can't be pulled out from the front here, is to slide this tray out. And then you can just pull it out from the middle here. And this is a 10 by 20 base plate. And it looks like that on the bottom. More just like a really large brick piece. And again, these just look completely untouched. It's amazing. I can't believe the condition they are and for the age that they are. Usually when you see these Universal building sets from the 70s, they're just completely trashed. The boxes are, if they're even included, and the pieces are all yellowed and worn. So I was quite excited to get this in this condition. And then we have these old axle pieces. And I actually have a couple of these pieces in my collection, but I've never seen the wheels that go to them. And so that's what these look like here. And they actually have a little metal axle here, and they just slide in right here. And they don't go in very far, but they do hold pretty well. And they also spin well enough. So it's got 4 wheels in the set, and those are pretty cool. Then we've got these old style windows with glass inside, and they also look nice. And then we have the door. Interestingly, the footprint on this is a 1x3. And lastly, the window shutters that it talked about. And then of course, just a ton of basic bricks. And as I showed earlier, these are the old style without wall supports in them. And according to Piron, this is not 100% complete, although it is very close. And there were actually a ton of extra pieces in here that were not listed in the inventory. So I did still get more than 150 pieces. And given the condition, I definitely could not be happier with this lot. And then lastly, on the back of this inner tray, we can see every single patent written out in really tiny text for every single territory that Legos were released in. And that's just a pretty cool thing to see. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Quite a few patents in quite a few countries. Anyways, that's all I have for this video, and I hope you enjoyed this look at Legos history through this 47-year-old set. Thanks for watching.